Hello, welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. We're here, back in studio. There's the Dark Knight painting, shining the blue light of truth and justice across the world. This is an article I found on telesur.net. Telesur is the network. It's a Central American TV channel that Abby Martin does her show Empire Files, which is also on YouTube, and I highly recommend watching it. She does amazing work. So I started following them and on social media, and I saw this article. It's not a very long article, but it's something that we've talked about, other countries doing this, and why America should be doing this. And America does have solar farms, but basically it's just Mexico harvests the desert sun for energy. And this was in the science and tech section of telesurtv.net. The link is in the show notes below, and it came out April 24th. So I'll just read it to you and we'll go into it. In the middle of the desert just outside Viesca, Coahuila in northern Mexico, the arid landscape is covered in 2,400 hectares of solar panels set to start producing energy. 1,700 gigawatts per hour by June. After the Mexican government began to allow foreign companies to invest in its energy sector in 2013, the Italian firm Enel Green Power began to construct Villanueva solar photovoltaic plant in Coahuila. I know I'm butchering that word. Disculpa. Which will be able to provide 1.3 million households with green electrical power. The U.S. 650 million U.S. dollar project is part of President Enrique Peña Nieto's 2015 push for Mexico to produce 43% of its electricity from clean sources by 2024 and to have its carbon emissions by 2050. That's bold leadership. You might have all kinds of opinions about this president. I don't know that much about him. He might be corrupt as all get out, but this is smart, and it's building and planning for saving for your country's future. I'm sure it provided a lot of jobs. I mean, this is a lot. 2,400 hectares of solar panels. The individual panels will follow the sun shifting as the Earth's star moves across the sky to absorb as many rays as possible. Coahuila is a state that's all in on renewable energy, biotechnology, information technology, and space engineering. This is the future of our state, said the Governor Miguel Riquelme. We could be doing that. I mean, there are solar farms in Nevada and Arizona and Southern California, but we could be doing more. In my opinion, they should be on every roof. Every roof is just sitting there wasting an opportunity to produce energy. And when little cities do this is what I talk about. When we do this we vote for this on the local level, then it's just hard to overcome it. And if the feds are being morons, which they absolutely are doing with Trump in the White House, or with any corporate politician, which is all we've had for the better part of 4 decades. So, you know, Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House and Reagan took them down. And in San Bernardino, where I edit the FNX show, we're done shooting, but I'm still editing. I found this community center that has solar panels in the parking lot. So they provide shade. This is in the Inland Empire, which gets it's already starting to get hot out there. It's in the 80s out there. Well, it'll be like 65 here back in LA by the water. And I found this charging station. So I'm charging my electric car with the sun. And people are getting shady parking spots. And a community center is getting a lot of its electricity. It's got a pool in there and a gym and all this business. Think of every parking garage, the roof deck. No one wants to park up there in the summer, right? Or in the winter, it's cold, it's rainy. You could cover it with solar panels and provide electricity. You could do that on the roof of every factory, build anything. Enel Green Power is also working on installing a wind farm in the same state, in the state of Tamaulipas, along with other solar panel farm in Guanajuato. This plant is the world's largest solar plant outside China and India. China, India, then Mexico. America, number one in solar plants and green energy? Nope. We're number one in gun violence. We're number one in that. What else? What other health-related gun thing are we in, you know? So this is Mexico is doing this, right? We could be doing this. And this is the thing. And I say this all the time. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And this is why voting with your dollars and starting local makes sense. The charger that's connected to the solar panels in San Bernardino, I have to pay for that electricity, but I'd rather pay for that electricity than the charger at another station that's just getting its power regular style off the grid. So I'm voting with my dollars. So I'm using this electric vehicle charging station under a solar panel now a couple times a week. Someone's monitoring that. Maybe they'll install more. So petition them. Petition where you work. Petition your community center. Petition if you go to some type of house of worship. Go green, man. At every level. There's money being made. There's no way that Mexican government and this Italian company there's not profits being made. There's no way they're losing money on this. And we could do it. We could build the panels in America. We could install them here. We could put Americans to work. So every house, at least in the Sun Belt, could be generating its own electricity. So I like stories like these because they give us hope. And there is actually a solar plant in the United States at Nellis Air Force Base outside of Las Vegas. That's the largest one in the United States. But the United States should be leading the world, and we're not. China and India and now Mexico are beating us. So let's make America number one at some good things. Not number one in military spending, number one in blowing people up, number one in, infant mortality rates of an industrialized country and all this other stuff. It's there. We're at a very critical point in history. It's there. We could turn this around, and 10, 20 years from now, we could point to this period in history and go, this is where everybody was confronted with this, and this is where the majority of the people woke up. I'm hearing that the next Women's March is going to be an anti-war rally. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Because just every January 20th, a bunch of women wearing pussy hats it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. We need more. Making it an anti-war rally, that's fantastic. The March for Our Lives thing, the teacher strikes, it's starting to happen. You're starting to see the type of resistance and striking and walkouts that people need to do. And they need to happen during the week, man, not on a Saturday. So I'm supporting solar energy as a guy that lives in an apartment. I can't put solar panels on my apartment complex. If I had a bunch of money, I would, but I can't. But I'm supporting it a couple days a week out in San Bernardino, and it's little things like that all of us do together that make a difference. Thanks for watching.